Yeah, yeah. We just chillin' and vibing. Good conversations with good people. Oh. Good conversations with good people. Yeah.
Welcome to Chillin' and Vibing Podcast. Today's guest is both a healer and a storyteller, a registered nurse and author, blending real life care with powerful words. Y'all welcome, nurse slash author, Miss Rania.
Hi.
What's going on, girl?
Nothing. I'm so excited to be here.
Hey, I appreciate you for coming to Chillin' Vibe.
Thank you.
So, Rania, where you from?
From Chicago. I'm from the south side of Chicago, to be exact.
South Side. That's what's up. That's what's up. Born and raised?
Yes.
So, being that you from Chicago, you from Chi-Town, I
Yeah.
gotta ask. Who's your favorite Chicago artist?
Ooh, okay. I don't even know if you guys know her like that, but her name is Anne Marie. She's a singer and she's fire. Y'all should listen to Anne Marie.
Oh yeah, I know Anne Marie. I didn't know she was from Chicago though. Wow,
Yes.
that's what's up.
That's ours.
So what inspired you to want to be a nurse?
So there's this TV show called ER. It's from back in the 90s. It was made before I was even like, fully functional. Um, but I grew up watching that and I was like, I want to be an ER nurse and I'm going to do it. And then my sister was watching it with me. She's 2 years younger. She's like, I'm going to be a doctor because George Clooney's in there and he's playing a doctor. So from there, we were like, we're going into the medical field and we stuck true to it.
So you're a nurse and your sister a doctor.
So she didn't go on to be a doctor. She's still in the medical field, but she does genetic counseling.
Okay, hey, that's dope, man. Hey, turn your dreams into reality.
So yeah, the show is great. You can find it. It's on Hulu, but it really showed what emergency medicine looked like for Chicago at a county hospital.
Mm. So like, how was it growing up in Chicago?
So growing up, I grew up on the south side. It's just my mom, so single mom. She has two girls. A lot of people in my family, they're older. So it was really just me and my sister. Because, my mom, she's working, so it's not like we can just go out and we can go be places. So I'm just always with my mom. So she worked for Chicago Public Schools, so spent a lot of time in the school system. Had some fun outside, but like I never really had neighborhood friends because my mom was not letting us just go be outside.
Mhm.
But I love it because you still have like your block club parties. Our block club parties are so lit. There's such a whole day of things. And I was just really involved in sports too. So I loved it. I had a good time growing up in Chicago. I felt safe.
That's what's up. You know they say Chicago is the windy city. I never been there, but I plan on visiting. Is it true?
It it is okay because here's the thing: we're around a lot of rural area that they get like the crazy tornadoes and stuff like that. So we just get the really bad winds. And then like we're right by the lake. And with me living on the south side, I do live close to the lake. So that brings in like the winds too. But it
Okay,
feels good. It's like open your windows, turn the air off, just lay in your bed.
nice little breeze.
Yes.
That's what's up. Can you share a moment you knew nursing was the right path for you?
Yeah. So I knew nursing was the right path for me. So I'm a special type of nurse. I'm not just a regular nurse, okay? So I recently gained a new title of being a sexual assault nurse examiner. So what that means is I collect evidence for people who have been sexually assaulted. And I'm kind of like that first step, like after they report it to the police, of helping them get the justice or, their court process that will go on because I collect the evidence. I knew it was then because that's really impactful. Like, my patients really need me. Um, they're very appreciative of me. There's so much that I can actually give them because although I am a ER nurse and those people they do have emergencies, sometimes I don't get to see the full impact of what I'm doing. Like I see like, oh okay, yeah, they're getting better. But with my patients who have been sexually assaulted who come to me for medical care, I am really seeing the full circle of okay, you came in and we were here very heightened, distressed, we didn't know, but somehow you spent 5 to 6 hours with me and you feel a little better about your situation. You can go on to the next day at least.
Okay, I gotta ask this. What was your
Yes.
first day as a nurse like?
Insane. I didn't know anything. So, a little background. I went to nursing school during COVID. COVID hit my second semester of nursing school. And I remember my teacher, we were like, should we be worried? And she was like, yeah. And we were like, oh, this is for real. So I didn't get any clinical experience for real. I just had my schooling online. So when I went to work the first day, I didn't know anything. I didn't know how to chart. I couldn't start no IVs. I was I was not useful. It was literally just a body in the room in a uniform, some blue scrubs. So I just remember running around. My preceptor would just give me small little tasks to do because she couldn't even give me a patient at this point. She just say, "Go grab this and just come back." So that was my day one. We looked very not like we had a master's of science in nursing.
So, like, being that you didn't learn as much, because COVID was going on, who was your mentor while you was working, and who taught you the ropes?
So I had really amazing preceptors when I did start working. So in nursing school, I went to University of Illinois at Chicago, and we had a contract with the Department of Public Health. So we were doing COVID testing, vaccination, and things like that. So I had my one instructor, Rebecca Singer. She was great. She really gave me like my first chance at like a leadership opportunity. So that was my mentor showing me like, okay, nursing in the community public health side. When I started my first nursing job was at University of Chicago in their level one trauma ER. And I had a preceptor, her name's Christina, amazing nurse. She worked at Sinai, which is a really hard ER that's on the west side of Chicago. But she really showed me like how to be a good nurse. Um, how to just do everything really, how to even be in the hospitals because I really knew nothing from that point. So then after I left University of Chicago, I ended up at Sinai myself, and now I have a mentor. Her name's Samara Jackson because she is like the god of sexual assault nurse examiners. Like she's so amazing at it, and she shows me the ropes of everything, and she's still guiding me along the process. So hopefully, I sit for my board exam and get like super certified.
Hmm. That's what's up. So we were talking about, COVID was going on. How was your COVID experience?
Mine was fine, cause you want to know what? I was in nursing school. At the point they pulled us out, I was failing. Thank God they sent us home. How far we would have got in that program. But other than that, I know it really like affected people's mental health. I I lived with my mother, so when it came to like bills and things like that, I wasn't stressed about that or anything. Okay, I'm going to school. You know what? Me and my friends were going to school. They're still coming over, and we're studying, so that's fine. But every time I got a stimulus check, I got a new project in my head of, how are we going to spend this money? So there was one day I devoted myself and I went and bought all the fake flowers. So I made a flower wall. Some of the money invested into the books. Some of the money, it was just like a new project every other week.
But my COVID experience, I actually got COVID, I think twice, and it was
In the
wild.
beginning,
Yeah, yeah. But no, it wasn't the beginning. It was like kind of like in the middle. Like I done went on. Like first, me and my family, we had went to Dallas, Texas. So everybody was in the same house. We didn't went nowhere. We cook on the grill.
right.
We wear our masks. But then we went to Florida, Everybody got comfortable. No
Mm-hmm.
mask, playing volleyball in the pool. I came back. I had that one call. That was it. I woke up, felt like I got hit by a wall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was weird, man. That was the time.
So were you able to like just get better at home, or did you need to go to the hospital at any
Oh
point?
nah, I doctored it myself. I doctored it
Okay.
myself. I drank my orange juice, drank some water, Tylenol,
Okay.
Motrin. Try to go back and forth with them to keep the fever down, and that was it.
You know the trick.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, I try not to go to the hospital. Only way I go to the hospital, I gotta be feeling real bad. But I doctor and nurse to myself. You know what I'm saying. But until then, if I don't feel good after that, on to the ER I go.
See, I never caught it during that period. I caught it afterwards once I was a nurse.
Mm,
And it was after they wasn't giving you you get to have 5 days off with pay. Like all of that stuff was gone by the time I caught it. It was just like, oh, you got COVID, so
yeah, like that is now. Like, oh, you got. I don't even hear nobody talk about
we don't care. No, it's like the cold now.
it.
You don't get no brownie points for having COVID no more.
Yeah. Nah. Yeah, that was the time, man. That was the time. So, what have been the most rewarding part of your nursing career so far?
So I've started to get more into education now. Being at the bedside was cool. I love direct patient care. Um, But education's super important to me. So now I'm at the point where I was teaching LPN nurses. So that's your licensed practical nurse. They are nurses. They're just trained a different way.
Mm,
And then I also train people who are going to be registered nurses. I worked at DePaul with those students, and it's been so rewarding. Like the students, they want to learn so bad. They want to be good healthcare professionals, and then you're the one showing them the skills, and then they're going to graduate and go off and be the people who take care of me. So I have to
yeah.
make sure they're really good. I tell them, I like, you might be my nurse one day, so I literally need to make sure.
That, I love that, man. You take pride in your work.
I do. I love nursing.
That's what's up. So, how do you handle, the emotional toll working in healthcare? Because I know some days it can be rough.
So that's something I'm still learning how to do. And I feel like if you talk to any healthcare professional, we'd probably tell you the same thing, especially with me working in critical care. So, with me being an ER nurse, unfortunately, I do see people die a lot. I see people come in dead. We might pronounce them dead there, but overall, I see a lot of dead people. I'm also seeing a lot of people who are addicted to drugs and they're overdosing constantly. Um, then you have like the psych. Realistically, our people who have psychic needs, they're not getting what they need. So they're just circling the drain through the ERs and through like different inpatient facilities. And I remember I was at Sinai and it was over the summer and there was bad heroin on the street that people were coming, they would get Narcan, and we would see them just slowly decline and everyone was having to be intubated. So put on like a ventilator to help breathe for them. And we were running out of rooms at that point. Like we were just tubing so many people. And I just remember standing in the hallway like, what is like this? I remember like getting really depressed too, working as a nurse, because I was working as a nurse full time, night shift. Then I'm going to school too because I'm trying to get my doctorate to be a nurse practitioner. Then I'm working at UIC as well because that's what's paying my tuition because I work at a little community hospital that does not fully pay your tuition and I got to get it somehow. So
Hmm.
yeah, it's just I had to step away. I actually had to leave the ER and I switched to a whole nother specialty, um, which is the first thing I always suggest to other people. If switching your shifts or going from night shift to day shift doesn't work, you might need to get out that specialty. It might be draining you. And I switched to something that was a Monday through Friday, 8 to 4. I had a life. I was happy again. Um, People weren't dying around me. I don't be putting people in body bags no more. Like, it's great.
How do you handle that, man? Like that right there would have me traumatized.
No, it's just I have a very dark humor, and a lot of my other friends, they are nurses as well. So the dark humor can ride. It's probably a couple things if I was to say here, you'd be like, "Oh, I'm calling those people. I know she live on the south side. Just go get her." But I have to find things to do, like just to make me happy. I started traveling more. Um, so doing like a lot of out of the country trips. And then I do have a partner and we do a lot of trips, staycations, like everything. So he's making sure I feel very like relaxed and I'm always refreshed.
That's what's up. Hey, tell him to keep doing his job. I know he gonna watch this. Hey, brother, hey, keep doing your job, man. Keep doing your job. He's smiling. So, how has nursing changed you as a person?
I think it's just made me more aware because I feel like when I was just like not a nurse and just going through life, you know about it, but unless you're like really seeing it, it doesn't really exist in your world. So now I put myself in another world where everyone's world is coming into mine. So I'm just so aware of how things really affect our patients, how things in the community affect our patients, how politics affect our patients, how all of this affects healthcare. Um, Even with our new president being in office, and me being in school, a doctoral student, just doing research, he's affected research because he makes things unavailable and when he wants and then takes it back. So you just see how really everything in the world trickles down into healthcare.
What's something about being a nurse people get misunderstood?
Oh, well, now they think that we all have money, and that we all have Louis bags, and that we all have these big BMW cars. Um, and that's not true. And they probably think that a lot of people just went into it for the money. Realistically, am I compensated well for what I do? I don't know. If I guess it's okay. It's just when you see people making the same thing as you. For example, people who work for like the buses, who drive the buses, they can make what I'm making as a nurse. So while I'm in here doing compression, saving lives, and doing this and that, someone's making the same amount hourly that I make, you know, doing transportation. So I feel like that definitely needs to be addressed all over because during COVID when nurses started making money, that's when they want to start capping people's pay. Well, now you can only make this much a
Mm,
year. But when everybody else in the world was making millions and billions a year, it was fine.
mm.
And then I think I hear that we're the mean girls. There are some mean girl nurses, but for the most part, we're the most funniest people. Like we're dorks. That's just us. Nurses are great. If you have a friend that's a nurse, I know they are like a main character in the friend group.
That's what's up. So, what inspired you to start writing?
So I remember it was my first semester in nursing school, and there's this class called Social Determinants of Health. So one day they were talking about how in in the Black community, health literacy is low, and that really affects how we take care of ourselves. Because a lot of it is just purely we don't understand, we don't know, and then we also have to acknowledge the fear of the health system for our Black and brown people due to things that were done to us in the past. So I'm like, okay, I hear it. We see the problem. How are we going to fix it? I was like, I'm going to write books. Because remember, I grew up watching ER
Mhm.
and I'm hearing medical words and things like that. So, like, I'm on it. I'm like, I'm going to write these books. I'm going to put real medical terminology in it. It's going to be real education, but I'm going to make it fun. So my first book was about vaccines, and mind you, I didn't even know COVID was coming at this time
Oh, wow. So, you
when
wrote the
I wrote
book
this
before
book.
COVID came.
Yes, and then boom, COVID hits, and now we're all talking about vaccines. So it was really perfect timing, really. That's why I feel I love my books. And I took a break from it at one point once I graduated, was like getting my license and like learning how to be a nurse. But it was just everything fell perfectly. So now I'm back in it, back teaching and everything.
That's what's up. What's one thing, a comment you got from one of your books from somebody who purchased one?
You went out a little bit mid question.
What's one comment that you got from somebody who purchased one of your books?
They always love the illustrations. And I will say, my illustrators, they snap every single time. So for my first two books, I used a young lady. Her name is Casey Iris. She's actually doing her own projects now and creating a really dope comic book. So she did my first two books, and then I have a girl I love. I've known her for so long. No, her mom was my science teacher, and now her name is Lauren Pope, and she illustrated my third book, and she will be my illustrator moving forward with whatever books I publish.
Anyone in the works?
So I do have one in the works. It's going to be on STEMIs since I am a cath lab nurse. So it's going to be Nurse Rania on my STEMI. This is going to be my first time self-publishing. So that's why
Mm-hmm.
this one is taking a little longer, because before I would just write the book and pass it off to the publisher, like my manuscript. I would say what I would want from the illustrations, but that was really it. I was just a creative. So now I'm the creative, the business person. Like, I'm doing everything on my own now.
That's what's up. Congrats also. I'm telling you congrats now because hey, that's gonna be a bestseller also.
I
Have you ever
know. I hope so.
have you ever went and like read the books to the kids at the school?
So yes, I've done book readings before. That's actually my favorite thing to do, because when you get a Nurse Rania book reading, it's not your typical me just sitting here like, oh, well, here, and let me just read. No. For the most part, I have my books memorized. So it's a lot of prep that goes into it. And I kind of get into being the character. So I'm almost acting it out. I might do a cartwheel. Um, you might hear music playing at certain points. But I really want it to be like this interactive experience. And I've also created different crafts that go with each book too. Because realistically, we can say read, read, read all day that we want. But now we have these kids that are very iPad-y, very touch, they need to be involved. They can't just sit there and not be involved. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why I create all these things where it's like, oh, okay, her books are cool. Let me go hang out with her.
Mm-hmm. If somebody would want to purchase one of your books, how could they do that?
So you can go to my Instagram, nurse.ronniethecoldest. My Shopify is in my bio. But if you want, they are also on Amazon.
That's what's up. That's what's up. What's something funny or unexpected that happened while you was on shift being a nurse?
Oh, there's so many things. So here, the funniest thing that I want, because I always talk about this, because I remember being a new grad nurse, and when you're new, you don't even want to go to the bathroom because you're just so scared that you're gonna miss something. So I took the one moment to go to the bathroom, and I'm sitting on the toilet taking my moment. All I hear is cold stroke with no airway to room 19, and that's my room. So all you see is me sprinting out the bathroom, like literally trying to pull my pants up, like just a mess. I love that story because it's if you were to see it, it's hilarious because my face is so puzzled, and I beat the patient there. Like, I honestly could have finished doing what I was doing.
Wow. If nursing was a movie, what role would you play besides nurse and why?
If it was a movie, I feel like, okay, if I wasn't the nurse, I would have to be like one of the higher up, like the heads that they always refer back to when there's ever a time of conflict. So it's like, you have the person where it's like, are they the bad guy? And then you find out they're not really the bad guy. They just have to enforce the rules and they just have to do this. But they're really on your side. That's me. I want to be the bad guy, but I really can't commit to that role. So just a little bit.
Okay. So Nurse Ryan, when you're not working, you're not being a nurse, What is your definition of chilling and vibing?
Me with a cup of 2 scoops of ice cream in it, okay? One has to be Oreo, the other one has to be birthday cake. And then we're gonna put on a good movie. It's gotta be a horror movie. And then just laying down, watching TV with my ice cream.
Speaking of horror movies, I gotta ask, what's your favorite?
13 Ghosts.
You took it bad. Oh, I had let that movie
Have you
too.
seen it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. What's yours?
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
about to be like, oh, wait a minute.
I used to be scared of this guy back when I was younger, but now I just find him hilarious. Chucky.
I was scared of him too. You know who else I was scared of? The guy from Jeepers Creepers.
Jeepers, creepers. Yeah,
In the song, like the song too. It just made me anxious.
yeah. Man, yeah, that man. They don't make movies like that no more. Ah, the good old days.
They don't. The new horror movie. Although Sinners was good. You saw Sinners, right?
Nope, not yet. Not yet. I heard. I heard. Man, it's a lot of movies I gotta catch up on. But nah, I ain't saw that one yet either. Cause
You
I'm a
need to
movie
go see
guy too
that.
though. Like Marvel movies. I got like Fantastic Four. I didn't see that
Yes.
yet. Um, there's a couple movies coming out. I think the last movie I saw was with my daughter. Um, dang, what the name of that movie?
Okay.
Uh, it wasn't Legoland.
Was it Lilo and Stitch?
Yep, yep, yep. That's the last movie we saw together. I don't know if you saw it, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So you have a daughter. With you having a daughter, because I deal with parents sometimes. I don't do peds a lot, but peds come in through the ER.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like you will try to do some intervention? Say you see your daughter has a fever. Will you try to give her some Tylenol, or do you just go straight to the hospital
Oh, I
and
give a
sit in the
Tylenol.
waiting room for
Oh,
five
I'll give a
hours?
Tylenol. Like, we gonna switch it back and forth. We gonna give some Tylenol after 8 hours. If you still gone, I'm gonna give you some motion. I done did it multiple times. Like before, we done went to the hospital and like, Daddy, I still don't feel good, and they
Okay.
told, well, just give us some Tylenol and motion and switch it back and forth. I said, Dad, that's it. So I done been here for 8 hours, sitting here waiting just for y'all to tell me this. Y'all
Yep.
could have just got there and wrote a note. Hey, do this. And like now, man, Google is my best friend. So I go on Google and I search symptoms. Okay, she got a fever. She not okay. I got the little thermometer, you know what I'm saying? The scan, a little forehead. Okay, it going down a
Yeah.
little bit. Yeah. So daddy kind of like, a nurse itself, doctor, but I ain't certified. But
No, that's what being a parent is. Like you're literally a teacher. You're the nurse. You're the doctor. You're the pharmacist. You're everyone.
definitely is. Definitely is. But Rania, I appreciate you for coming to Chill and Vibe. But before we go, let everybody know what we doing.
Chilling and vibing.
Appreciate you.